Alright, looks like we are about to begin. Let's see. Yeah, this is the last round in the last match to be played in round 3 of the winner's bracket. The loser will go to the loser's bracket and play. Looks like they will play. I don't know. We'll worry about that later. But anyways. But we have FeegLood, a little play on FeegLood. GM Jeffrey Zhang, I believe is how you pronounce his last name, versus bzdybowicz. My Polish needs a little bit of work, but I believe that's more or less how you pronounce it. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Queen d4. I think maybe Queen d4 just trying to defend c3. White doesn't want to open up. Oh, defending that pawn as well, that's why. But black threatening this file right here, pinning this pawn down anyways. I wonder if white can maybe do knight at f5, attack both the queen and this pawn here. Although black, yeah, knight at f5, black just choosing to ignore it. Pinning this knight down. Now, I wonder, does white defend here or continue the attack? Queen at e5. I won't say it's a silly move, but I think black can just literally defend by queen at e6. But this is also kind of backing up yeah, this is also backing up the attack on g7. Because I think even if black plays a blocker on e6, e7, knight 2, g5, still going to check the king. Rook takes, pawn takes, and if black places a queen on e6, e7, could take white's queen, but then that'll allow the pawn to be promoted on g8. So we'll see. See what black does. But also, this bishop here still defending the dark diagonal squares here. I think this bishop is a key defender right now. Oh, black. Okay, queen at e6. Okay. Yeah, white deciding to take the queen. Probably take the rook right now. Yeah. Now, I think black has to maybe play a knight here on g8. Because this bishop is still covering f8. No. Black's just playing. Yeah, queen of d4. Attacking d2. Pawn right there is an attack, but also defending white from playing queen of d8. So pretty safe, pretty sensible move. The knight right here is still defending. I mean, maybe queen at h4? Nah, queen at h4 is still allowing a pawn at d2. I wonder maybe if white could sack the rook there. No. Queen d8. I mean, it seems like black has to take that, but if black takes, white takes. I mean, white's still a little bit safe right now. These queen trades are kind of funny. Promoting the pawn. Promoting the pawn to knight. We got yet another queen trade. All right. At h5. What is this? Seems like bzdybowicz might have something right now. If he plays, no, just castling, get safe. Oh, is that mate right there? Black really needs a diagonal piece right now, but black just got it. How does white even? That's just it's just too quick for me to. It's too quick for me to respond to it. We get down to these time scrambles there, and I am just, it's hard to keep up. It's hard to make any calls or anything like that. Fumi talks is here. Will you be? Alright, haven't really been paying attention. Interesting. White opting for a queen sack fairly early on. Knight of d5. Be interesting to see what the analysis, what Stockfish would say with that move there. Might have a quick look after the game's done. The queen, or knight d4, starting a little fork on c2 between the king and the rook. White opting for the exact same thing. This is kind of nasty. I don't think. I mean, that's also just threatening a mate in one, or not a mate in one, but Black will have to take with his queen if he chooses to ignore it. And I don't think there's any real good way to defend it. Bishop d6, but then White can just take. That'll open up these two pawns here. So that I don't think Bishop d6 is a very good defense, unless Black just sacrifices one of the queens right away. Fumi says Queen f6 too strong. Yeah, I mean, it seemed like it was kind of not a silly play here, but I mean, that's the thing about these GMs is they come up with plays that they look kind of silly, but then things just kind of work out. I mean, as someone who's drastically under their skill level. So knight at a6, covering. I wonder, maybe h6. Man, these knights here, what a... White really hammering the black squares, I mean. Need a fourth knight on h5. Yeah. I think like this yeah, Black has to give up the rook. Queen b4, nice little move there, picking this quote-unquote free knight up. And then also putting pressure on White's king, although this pawn's being defended right now. Bishop xa6. I wonder if Black reverses the roles here. He goes for a knight on b4 as well. Try to pick up this bishop and then still go up for c2. If Black castles, I mean if White castles, Black's bishop is on the g file right now, and that could be a little bit annoying. But Black only have 15 seconds left. White minute 35. Bishop d3. Yeah, protecting e4 and c2. Knight f3. Yeah, Black's trying to open up this file now. I wonder too, maybe c4, pawn at c4. Push this bishop back. What is this? Knight g7. Knight g7. I don't know why. I mean, there's bishop at h6 maybe, but we get the infamous queenside castle. Knight f3, attacking e1 and also g1. But eight seconds for Zybowicz, but I mean, he's a very quick player. You watch him in arenas, and just when you think that he's down and out, he'll just pull a mate out of nowhere. Very good in time scrambles. I mean, in the 3+2 increment there, the 2 increment really helps out in those time scrambles too. E5. Black. I don't think black has anything right now. Maybe we have pawn at A2. Bit of an inefficient trade there, I think, but black's run out of steam. No pieces in the pocket, and I mean, that's just made in one right there. Yeah, I think black just ran out of steam there. Black ran out of steam. Let's see here. Quick little analysis. How was that queen? Oh no, that was a blunder according to Stockfish, but Stockfish is, I mean, not as bad, but yeah, white looks like white held the upper edge pretty much the entire game. All right, what's going on in this one? All right. This looks pretty similar to the first game with white's opening. Yeah, black coming down on the E file, pinning this knight down with the bishop. I wonder, add F3 maybe bishop D3. Yeah, so white ignoring. I mean, black just has a free. I thought black had maybe picking up a free pawn with that trade there, but white is now defending, and I mean black has to. I mean, black could ignore it. Maybe D7 C6. That white pick it up, move the knight down here to fork this knight, and then put a little bit of pressure on the king squares, dark squares around the king. Yeah. So DX C6. Knight at H8. Yeah, very similar to the last game here with this black bishop, little pin and a fork. I wonder if black or white plays knight H6 maybe. Knight H5. Yeah, black's just trying to pull off, or white's trying to pull off this knight here. And also maybe if white takes, it'll force black to retreat the knight on E4. But bishop D4 attacking the knight as well as threatening just a mate in one. A little bit of a, I won't say a blunder there from white, but still got the king in check. But I think white has to defend this with pawn at F3. pawn on f3, but also yeah, White's worked his way in on h8, opting to go for the rook. Yeah, rook at e4. I mean, either way, yeah, White's going to pick up a bishop in this case. I don't see any way for Black to defend it. I mean, maybe bishop back to e6. Knight at... Interesting, yeah. Interesting. Knight at e5. What a move. Still, there's a mate in one threat right now with this knight being pinned down. Puzzling Puzzler says, no clue how one is even supposed to evaluate this position. And Jeffrey going for another infamous queenside castle. Dennis says Black looks good. No problem for the screen or the stream, Rosie. All right, what just happened there? Interesting position here. White has lots of material on the board. Very safe king. Little limited time though. I wonder if we're going to get into another scramble. Yeah, so queen. I think maybe trying to pick up this pawn, but also attacking. Yeah, so attacking, not directly attacking, but allowing the knight to take the pawn on f3, but also the pawn on g7. Finally getting that stubborn bishop off of b4. That thing is a pain in the ass to deal with. Ooh. That file being left open right now is... Wonder... Queen down to h3, and I think White has to defend with... I think White has to... If Black were to play that, White has to defend with bishop at e2, because this knight will just take it. But then this is also opening up this file. Black just opting for it. Is this mate right here? Rook at h1. Yeah, white opting to just sidestep. I mean, rook at f1. That's not really going to do too much. Oh shit! I didn't see that. Let's have a quick look at this. Was that a forced mate, or did White just blunder a little bit? Yeah, White blunder. White needed a blocker on g2 in order to defend that. Yeah, a little bit of a blunder there by White. But I mean, White was down in the time scramble. So Jeffrey taking the first win as Black. I mean, that could be the determining match right there. All right. Yeah, so White, these pawns here on the dark squares, like White is really hammering the the dark squares. And I mean, this is a bit of a, I won't say a sacrifice, knight taking the pawn on g7, but that's just opening up the dark squares, and with them being backed up, it'll be a real pain in the ass to try and defend properly. I mean, it's almost like cascade effect. Once it starts, it's very difficult to get to defend it. Well, bishop at g4. It seems to be like there's lots of like counterplay, let's say, with I won't say hanging pieces, but I wonder if white is still opting. Takes. No, bishop f6. Yeah, so I think that was the better move for black here. Instead of opening up, instead of taking this bishop there and then opening up g7, I think that was the better play. Although it looks like it's going to happen anyways with queen at g5. Excuse me. But that bishop is just left hanging. I mean, white still opt for at f6 right here, and still trying to get these pawns to move down. And I think this is the first game where white's actually way behind on time. Usually white has much been better with time management, and then yeah, just opting for a safe taking the bishop on h5. I think I kind of favor black here. I mean, this queen on f7 is in there, but I mean, everything is well defended. I mean, this rook is kind of just chilling there. Maybe rook f7 just to get this queen out of the way. But Dennis says queen x f7. Yeah. I mean, the white takes bishop c3. They can go for either the knight or the rook. I think black might opt just to keep this knight there, just to prevent the king from escaping on the dark squares. Oh, what was this? Bishop, queen takes bishop e7. still trying to work way down with f6. I don't think... Can black just ignore that? I don't think black can ignore it, because black moves e8, maybe pawn f7, and then either knight g5 or knight at g5. Then well, d8 and f8 are just asking for another. So it goes f8, yeah, f8 or e8 at f7, and I think or maybe white's time is ticking away though, and I don't. Okay, so knight g5 as I thought. But I think black can just escape out. I mean, there's two bishops still in the pocket, so I mean bishop, queen. I don't think white has anything here. Bishop f7, bishop e7. And then white just escapes. Maybe brings the rook on the c file. I don't think white has anything, and time is counting down. I don't think white has anything. Black can just disappear. No, there's nothing here. I mean, I say that because if black goes c8, I mean, you just got all sorts of pawns right here ready to be promoted. That's going to be a pain in the ass. I think black has to zip out. I mean, black has a lot more time though. I think d7's the play. Show me d7. Color class says missed mate. Mate missed already by white. Opting for c8. Opting for... No, that was not the play. I don't think that was the play. Queen d8. But then there's knight. Knight at e7. Knight at d6. Takes... What was knight at d7? Or d6 rather. What was that? White resigned. Alright, we'll have a quick look. Clear class says white had mate already. We'll have a quick look. We'll mute that just for a second. White had mate in 10. Okay. Mate in 8. Mate in 7. Where's this going? Nah, I mean, no human's gonna figure that out. So I thought D7 was the best move here, and it looks like Stockfish agrees that's the best move. Yeah, mate in 4 from this position, but we're... Oh, that's tricky. That is tricky. Yeah, so if black were to play d7... Oh, no, d7... Interesting. Alright. Alright, what's going on? I thought black would have been okay on d7. But maybe, well, I mean, that was the best line according to Stockfish, but Stockfish is also just going to go by whether you get mated in 7 or mated in 6, and the mated in 7 is going to be the best line, but you're still screwed either way. Another one of these pinned positions, let's say. I wonder if white's maybe trying to draw. Yeah, trying to draw the bishop back. I don't think there was anything there. If black were to take, I mean, this... I don't see any knight check threats that black would have taken. I wonder if it would have been a little bit cheeky here to play knight at d6, takes. You get a pawn on d6 around a naked king there. But 2-2 tied up. Wow, black is really taking his time. c8, yeah, just avoiding the Queen b4. Yeah, so white playing, I thought maybe pawn at c3, but that just leaves the knight. So white playing bishop d2. If black takes, the knight retreats. I mean, that's still an open pawn right there, and kind of a crappy position for white. But knight at d4, still trying for c2. Is there anything going here for... Yeah, d3. Hello. I think black can just take, yeah, take with a pawn on e4. It's a sensible choice just to castle at this point, but h3. Knight d6. So knight d6. If black were to take with a pawn, that opens up. That blocks his bishop there. But still, black is... how does black defend this? Yeah, white opting to try and draw this bishop out. White is running out of steam again. Another one of these. White's got to come up with something. Yeah, bishop h5 defending. There's still got to be made here for black some way or another. I mean, with two knights in the pocket, low on time, but I wonder queen. I think white's just, yeah, there's nothing here for white. White's just scrambling, throwing pieces at the board. I don't see a way for white to defend this. I mean, even if you can't castle e2, pawn at e2, or even knight on e2. I think white's really trying to... I mean, maybe queen takes rook. If black can't come up with queen takes rook, black has to figure out a mate. Although this, shit, this, never mind. White, I thought maybe white had mate right there, but black can just take this knight on e7. I think this is over for white. Yeah. Yeah, that's checkmate there. Have a quick look. I'm going to have a quick look. We'll mute that for a second. Have a quick look here. I thought there was some cheeky play with... where was it? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Knight at d6. I thought that was a cheeky play. Oh, that's great. Alright, what's going on here? White opting for another queen sack. White opting for another queen sack. I think that was, what, the second game? So how is this going to go again? White play b5. Yeah, does white play b5? I mean, it's not very novel, but did I think, what was it, the second game? Yeah. White really taking time. b5. It took a while, but b5 came out again. Queen at a5. Can white just play at b? Yeah, Dennis says at b6. At b6. Yeah, I wonder if white just could have played or even played a4 or b4 rather. Come on, show me b4. b4 and another queenside castle. Trying to put some pressure on the file. I mean, this like trifecta of knights here is I mean, that's the only weak square. This bishop's not covering that file anymore with the pawn on d6. I think white can just play at f3 or f3, even black retreats to e6. d7. I still think there's something here with this with this b at b4. I mean, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. Maybe a sack on f7. Yeah, sack on f7. Maybe knight d5. Nope, bit of a slow f5. Yeah, working in on the light squares. And I mean, these are going to be a pain. You got the bishop kind of chilling here behind the pawn. I think even if black were to retreat, white could just play at f7 to draw the king back, unless black just chooses to ignore to go to d8. But then this file here is not under threat, but I mean, I think white could play d5. So maybe e8's not the play. Yeah. Yeah, what is the at e5? Bishop at it. Oh, I think maybe trying to defend the dark squares along this diagonal. Yeah, so maiden one here on e8. I wonder if black just plays yeah, bishop g5, try to get this knight out of here, and then that's just a maiden one. Could black could black have just played take on d7 with the queen? Oh no, this is... Check, takes. Oh, this is defend. Oh, yeah, that was a pretty good move there, but still. Wait. Let's have a quick look at that. So what was the best play here? I thought maybe e8. Yeah, they're both. Oh, that's... Yeah, white just had, or black just had to give up the queen there, I think. Hard to tell in these positions. I mean, it's... unless you're a computer. Alright. I wonder if black just takes the knight, black gives up the rook, takes on c2. Or even just takes it. Queen d5. Huh. Queen d5. Takes, takes, takes. Wonder maybe knight c3? Defends that, attacks the queen. And I mean this square is still... Toby taking a shot at PKR. That's funny. I think CWC final should be 2 games of 90 plus 30. What he's talking about was PKR he was saying that like a lot of these tournaments, like 3+2 is still way too short for any sort of championship, and PKR is a big fan of much longer play. So Toby's just taking the piss out of him by playing it should be 90 plus 30. It's funny. All right, knight d4. What does knight d4 do? Knight d4. I mean, maybe checks, takes. That's open. Takes that. But takes. Yeah, these are some interesting games. Yeah, white finally moves in on f7, picks up the rook. I wonder if maybe if knight g7. Knight g7. Takes. Takes. Is white just winning right here? No, because these bishops are still defending. So if white takes, and then queen takes, and then yeah, and then this is being defended by any pawn trickery, but maybe pawn at f7? Maybe pawn at f7 is the play? Alright, what's black got? I think black needs to defend on these two squares here. I just don't know how. Maybe rook at f7? Because I can't... What? What is this? Can white just take that? What's this? Does white just ignore and go for f7? Opts to take the rook. Yeah, there's no direct threat. I mean, white has a massive pocket, up on time. Black is maybe... Or is that too risky? At f7 winning, Mr. Duvid. Did black play this silly b2 move like so many plays ago just to try and get this here going on? Like, are you what? Oh, was that just a bit of a blunder there by black? Does white have mate here? This is not looking good. This is not looking good here for black. All right, let's see what's going on here. That's it. Well played. White opting for a different opener here instead of the classic queen sack on f6 for the knight. Yeah, we got a kingside castle. I think maybe that's the first one for white. All right. Bishop h4. Black's got no blockers right now. Sorry, I'm just looking at my phone right now. I'm a bit distracted. Alright, what the hell's going on in this game? H4 was the last time I kind of looked at it. Okay, queen. Black just opts to go for it. Opening up diagonal. Yeah, I like white's position a lot better here. Black, how do you defend this? This bishop's just hanging. Those squares are obviously covered. Even if black plays a blocker, knight blocker here on f5. Maybe knight h6? Knight h6, or maybe queen e7 is no good because this is just contested. No, he goes for queen e7, yeah. I mean, I guess this bishop's still here. So knight at d6. Yeah, trying to open up here. Good move, knight at d6. Because the black opted to just ignore that. Move to d8, check, and then that opens everything up. If he moves to d7, knight on c5, pushes him back to d8 anyways. Does white go for knight at c7 maybe? Knight at c7. No. So I wonder, knight at c7, I mean, either the queen takes, the pawn moves up, and then you get one pawn closer to the back rank. If black were to just ignore it and move to d8, check. Oof. Didn't look at the time, 2 minutes to 10 seconds. Oh, that's funny. Can white take? Move that. Check, check. Black's just scrambling for something that's not there. It should have held that knight there, I think. Let's have a quick look at that again. What did white need to do there? Or black? No, that was the best play. H4. I thought. That's what it was. Yeah, fairly even after all that. All right. Well, a very similar open. We've been through this 500,000 times already. Ooh, rook at e8. This is different. This is different. This is a bit nasty. Oh, I wonder if Black saw that the discovered or the X-ray check. Discovered or X-ray? Discovered. I think Black wants to keep this file open to keep F6 by Jeff, E7 as a wrecker. Yeah, Toby's talking if Jeff plays E6, E7 plus as a wrecker. Yeah. How does Black defend this? Does Black play G5? Queen F6. Queen F. Does Black play? I'm thinking. No, because then that'll open that up. Yeah, because if Black, I thought maybe if Black plays, yeah, Queen F6. Toby called it. I thought maybe if Black played G5 takes. Yeah. Yeah, and it's 10 o'clock now. I wonder where's Fumi? Is Fumi? I wonder if Fumi has started playing yet. Yeah. Fumi has already started his match with Trata I don't know how to pronounce it. Alright, what's going on here? How does Black play this? I mean, does Black go for the bishop, draw the king out? Then I don't see anything after that. Then that also opens up this back rank. Time's ticking down now. 30 seconds. And Black needs this for the win. Zybowicz still 3 games back from a win. 2 games to tie. Duvit says, so I thought maybe take it, but then Black takes the knight first, and then that allows the king. Yeah, because I think Black has to take that. If Black goes to D1, knight. Knight at B2 mates. Yeah, bishop. Toby says, where's mate at king E2? Yeah, because if White takes, I mean, this is covered right now. But I wonder if Black maybe plays D2 and then queen on C2, but then that's just blocked, and then these rooks are defending each other. Or does Black play safe and do queen G4 and then pick up this pawn, but then leaves the king open to trickeries on yeah, he does play it. Oh, G4. Ooh, e4 plus. Nice move. Maybe comes down. Nope, smart defense. Knight at e3. If black takes, is there any... I think if black takes, there's not enough to mate there. Oh. Yeah, so... This is very annoying right now. It's just a dancing game. Because if white ignores, white goes here, check. Checks. Does black have anything right now? Pawn. Yeah, black resigned. Alright, let's have a quick look here. Oh, that is the... Is that the wrong game? Felt like that was the wrong game. Yeah, did black have mate? I don't no, black had nothing, I mean. Yeah, there was nothing here for black, just the mate in 4. How's Stockfish play this out? Alright, I'm going to step away for a minute. I have to use the wash. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. What did I miss? Another queen sack. Zybowicz decides to take G7 F6. Alright. What's going on in this game? Yeah, this queen is... oh no. Oh man, black's down to a minute already. Alright, do or die match. Wonder maybe knight at f5, attacking this bishop. If black decides to take, that pawn gets pushed up a little bit. Or just maybe at b6. Knight at f5, at b6. Yeah, Dennis just said that too, at b6 maybe. At e7. Does, does black just defend this with, queen g6? How come queen g6 wasn't playable? Yeah, that's what Dennis says. Could go queen g6. Why was that not the play? Queen g6. I think taking the knight on f5 was a little bit heavy-handed, maybe. I mean, now it's all hanging on. Oh, excuse me. Oh man, this is getting convoluted. These knights here are threatening to, yeah, there goes, man, what a game. These are some tricky moves. I mean, black threatening. Did that just backfire for white? No, we got to double check there. Does white just go for this? White goes and then knight f6 maybe? No, decides to keep the queen, attack the bishop, and then unfortunately that's drawn out white's king, but also afforded white to open up this file here. I think white just goes for the rook, no? Yeah, white's just trying to hammer. Oh man. Bishop f6? No, because that's just defended. Yeah, so white trying to White trying to get another attacker here. Queen takes, queen. Queen. Oh, man. What a mate. Good games. Good games. That was a hard game to try and... I sound like Shanklin? Who's Shanklin? Quite a back and forth game. I mean, +6. That's not a huge advantage, but it's definitely there. But knight at d5. Oh, from +3 to +22. How did black need to defend? No, black just needed to get that pawn out of there. Sam Shanklin. Oh, let me. Okay, who's? Oh, chess, dude. I'm useless with like. I don't follow the chess community. Well, I'm playing Crazy House, so I don't follow chess. I don't care about chess. Was there any recovering from this for black? No. Man, close games. Close games, hard fought for Bzdybowicz. Let's see here. Let's look at the no one should no one should know who Shanklin is. Alright, so what's happening here? FeegLood beats Bzdybowicz, and then Jeffrey goes on to play GRX Bullet. Man, that is going to be a game. GRX Bullet versus FeegLood. And then Bzdybowicz is, what is this, match 46? So Bzdybowicz goes down and plays, where the fuck does he play? Loser 46, there it is. So clear class versus brown player, which I don't know. Let's see. Are they clear class versus brown player is tomorrow at 1600 UTC. Yeah. So it looks like Bzdybowicz will face either clearcast or brown player. I mean, clearcast kind of unexpectedly beat Toby, but that was that whole. That was I wouldn't say that was an upset, but I think the servers went down that day, and then they had to move it over to Pi Chess, and I think Toby got a little bit I won't say tilted, but the whole thing kind of just threw him off, and yeah, Chewy versus FeegLood, that'll be a good match. Yeah, that'll be a really good match. Cross table. Yeah, these were some good games, some very, very technical games too. It's hard to see exactly what was going on. But alright, that's it for me today. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go play golf in about 40 minutes or so, well, leaving anyways in about 40 minutes, so I'm gonna watch Fumi Talks against Tratad, however you pronounce his name, I don't know. But I think Fumi Talk said he was going to stream that, but in Russian because he's tired, so. Yeah, don't know when the next time I'll be around, but we'll see. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you later.